the micro bevel on the very edge. Alright, let's go for Wessex Blades. Getting cooler in the old garage, so warm coffee at the ready. And what I've done is I've dug out the old camera frame and one of the lights is bust. So first job is I'm going to super glue the spigot, get some masking tape to press down as the glue's working, and then leave that whilst I'm working. If you've got a job that could be glued and left, get that done first whilst you're working. Next time you come in, job will be done, undo it, set yourself up, second light can go up there. Yeah, pretty good, but already broke once already, so I'm gonna get that. Now, order of the day is a rebeveling of this MOD knife. So what I'm going to do is get close to the original angle. Usually I'm getting around a 13.5 kind of flat. So if I go to a 13, it will slightly lean it out, not remove too much material. It's one of the ones that's only got the writing on one side, so it hasn't got J Adams on this side. So whatever factory up in Sheffield has chonked this out, I haven't got much writing to worry about in terms of how high I'm coming on this. So what I do is I go down to my L-shaped work rest of Wessexness and get my digital angle dangle, turn it on, that's flat, 0, and obviously I want to be off the edge, otherwise this will foul on there. If I was here, this thing could be hitting there. So there, 13.6, 13.9, 13.3. It's transitioning from 13.9, 13.6, 13.3. So it goes 0.6 of a degree the entire, and that's why you can see that it's, I say 15 mil depth there, 17 mil in terms of how long the bevel is from the tip to the shoulder. So that's why it looks the way it does. What I'm going to do is make it 13 all over. It'll also help get the tip, because he's ever so slightly, yeah. So 13 both sides. Let's get that all sorted. Masking tape up the flats, where the sidey bits, and then it'll fit in there so that these can pinch off on it without marking the surface too much. So like that, belt off, bore of 36. So that's 90 degrees there, 0. 0, 13.1, moving around, yeah, 13.0, because once you tighten it up, sometimes makes it move. So 13.1 to 0, then you go like that, it ends up 13.0. I just know we're going there. So, spanel, orth, angle dangle away, keep it like that side, so I'll go that way first. Some things you can scrimp and save on, but there's nothing like the proper 3M blue tape. The yellow one or frog tape, you know, top brand stuff. Some jobs you can get the cheap masking tape, you know, decorator's tape. But things like this, I'd rather have the full-on proper job, because just in case the belt nicks it. You'll be surprised how resilient that is. Just as a quick bump, 3 thicknesses of that will save the blade. And then obviously the grinder will take that off. And there we are. So it's mounted, and the tape is to protect the blade, but mostly so the twisting doesn't mark the actual sides too much. Pretty close. Huge ding there. Okay, and onto a cork belt, finishing belt. You may remember I do this one the wrong way. So this is now coming that way. I'm stropping the blade technically on a cork, nearly a 300. So all the tracking's back to front as well. So I've got to go real slow backwards. Now, even though I'm using a jig, with the mounts at the bottom, and they're not very big, and I've got 2 thicknesses of masking tape on both sides, there's a lot of play. So even though I'm in a jig, I'm actually feeling the flat on the belt. So I'm kind of a third freehanding, because I'm actually torquing the handle to feel where I'm catching the tip or catching the shoulder or riding the flat. If that makes sense. So as I'm going through, there's a lot of thumb there, wrist, and I'm resting it on the rest. I'm not guiding it with the flat of the rest, if that makes sense. It's actually me feeling it ride the flat of the bevel on the belt. Because when I mount a handle on a blade that's got no scales, I won't have that play in it. What I'll then do is you can move the actual jig ever so slightly. So See, there's a lot of play in it. So that first pass, and of course every time I move the belt, does that platen go back in exactly the same place? No, it doesn't quite. So you've always got to feel it riding the flat, not catching the tip or bumping off the shoulder of the new bevel you just put on the previous belt when this was moved out there, and you've moved it in, out, backwards and forwards and reclamped it, got a new belt on. Is that 0.18? Don't know. It'll be close, but it's not all on the jig. Right, backwards, and backwards, right. Okay. A bit more on the shoulder, but a bit more right there. Trying to get rid of some wasps a minute. Don't want that over them. So let's remove the old glue. Get the gum off of that a minute. Going. So I don't leave WD on a blade. This is just to remove the goo from the masking tape. Whilst death of insect in the corner there. Probably dive bomb me in a minute. These throws of doom. Die quiet. So pretty good tip. Strange tips on those things. The way that they grind them, I don't know what wheel or whatever they use, but it transitions as it goes up the blade. So whatever system you'd have would have to be more freehand than sort of angled jig if you were trying to sharpen it yourself. But it's, you know, it's the MOD spec. It's meant to be serviced and worked on by guys in the trench in the middle of nowhere, like, you know, so it's not meant to be as refined as other things on the market. Okay, and the micro bevel on the very edge, like that. So slicey pig, Wessex pig, Wessex pig. And that's the belly, that's obviously this section here, right? That curry cue then? Curly cues on a pig at 13 degrees per side. On, is it EN42? It's not rubber. Yes, you can polish a turd. They're great when they're worked on. He's happy. He's happy. Push stick. That's got shiny. That's a shiny. That's ridiculous. Woodworking. So I'll take that in and clean it up. I also managed to clean that in there with a little bit of Wessex effort. And now the owner will have a flat he can work on forever and a day. Thanks John again. That's this one done. And this is John. Great surname as well in there somewhere, Mr. W. And next one is a double edger.